My name is Lynette Hughes and I'm a rapid transformational therapist, and again I welcome you to Mind Mend. If you missed my first two videos, one an introduction to RTT and two the number one tip on how the mind works, please watch them as they give you information that you don't want to miss out on. The number two tip about your mind is your mind only responds to two things: the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself. The great news is you can change your words and pictures at any time. And the most important thing to remember is your words and thoughts become and create your reality. So let me give you a couple of examples. I love life examples. You're in a lot of pain, you're at the doctor's and the nurse is prepping you for a needle. You have a problem with needles, and so you can make images and thoughts like, oh no, that needle terrifies me, she's going to stick it into me and it's going to be painful, I hate needles, I don't want it. Or you can imagine and think, I'm in so much pain, I want that needle is going to take my pain away so I can move again, I really need that medication. So bring it on, I'm happy to be having that needle. So as your mind responds to two things, the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself, you have the choice of either making the situation worse, as in example one, by becoming anxious and tense, making the mind create resistance and therefore more pain and anxiety. Or as in example two, making it easier by telling the mind you want it. It is going to be so good for you. Therefore, allowing the mind and body to relax and become comfortably accepting. Here's an interesting fact for you. Did you know your thoughts can change the neurons in your brain to enable you to manage pain? Interesting and true. Another example. My friend's husband really wanted to start traveling and my friend was terrified of flying. She kept saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't fly. And this was causing grief. So she asked me for help. She said, I see planes as flying coffins. Well, that image would make most people not want to get on a plane. She said, every time I think of getting on a plane, I can imagine it exploding or crashing and me dying. After chatting some more, I said, look, you don't have a fear of flying. You have a fear of not being in control. Do you panic every time you drive your car? Do you see it as a coffin? She said, no, of course not. And I said, but driving a car is dangerous. There are even more chances of dying in a car crash than in a plane crash, but you feel more in control when you're driving your car. Most fears are a fear of not being in control. Your thoughts control your feelings control your actions, and your actions control events. And it all begins with your thinking, the pictures you make, and the words you use. So my friend and I did an RTT session to get to the trigger cause of her issue, and voila, her and her husband fly everywhere now and she loves it. She has the techniques I gave her after our session to maintain her new mindset, and she has set herself free. With the therapy, she got to the root of her problem. She now understands where the fear came from and she's let it go. Let go of this limiting belief. She has rewired her brain. She has changed the pictures, changed the words. That's all it took. She is now one happy traveller. Lie to your mind. Cheat fear. Steal back that phenomenal confidence that you were born with. That's what RTT is about. You won't hear these words from many therapists, but I tell you this because it's a great way of remembering that your mind takes you literally. Whatever you say or think or picture, the mind believes as your truth. So, recap. The second thing about the mind is that it responds to two things: the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself. There's nothing else. The good thing is you can change your words and pictures you make at any time. Words and thoughts form the structure of your reality. If you want to change your reality, you better change those words and thoughts. There's a great expression from Aldous Huxley, and it says, words form the thread on which we string our experience. And in the Bible, it says, as a man speaketh, so he is. And some of you may remember that old saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And I'm sure we used to poke our tongues out as we were chanting this to the kids in the neighbourhood. Well, that mantra is definitely not true. Words can really hurt, but words can empower too. So if you have a phobia, come and empower yourself so you can lead an extraordinary life. My name is Lynette Hughes. I'm the founder of MindMend, and I thank you for watching. Until next time, I send you my warmest wishes.